Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for How to Get Away with Murder, Season 6, Episode 3, I believe it is. You guys, it has been a very long day. I am exhausted, ready to go home. I actually just got off of work. It's 5:40, just finished budget. I'm just tired. I know I look tired because I am tired. But I am going to rest this weekend, so you guys will not be seeing me on this channel anyway before Monday. Anyway, you guys, let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show opens with Michaela. She's the teacher for the class that Annalise normally teaches, and everybody figures that she must have guilted Annalise into letting her take this job because of her dead daddy. And she is getting the kids in the class to vie for position second chair, much like Annalise does. They're going to argue a case. A girl named Brandy was in the car with her husband who had just robbed like a check cashing place, and he was shot and killed by the police. And now they are charging her. So, she has them haggle for position as usual. And when nobody gives her the magic answer, she tells them that she doesn't even need a second chair. She's going to handle this one all on her own. And that's because nobody said to get rid of restitution. Anyway, Gorgeous Gabe comes in the class right when it's ending, and he's mad that she told that he killed his mother's boyfriend. And she said, I didn't tell him, Asher did. Oh, well, whoever the fuck told him. You wasn't supposed to say nothing, okay? Michaela can't worry about it right now. She got to concentrate on her case. And Annalise walks up and says, if you want your problems to go away, take your ass back to UVA. It's a cheer. So in court, Michaela is arguing about getting the restitution waived. Prosecution is just like, no, we're not doing that. Anyway, they go back and forth. Prosecution agrees to bring it down to $60,000 instead of the $100,000. And Michaela is like, absolutely not. It's no restitution because she didn't do anything. Her husband did. Well, prosecution get a hair up their ass and get upset. They withdraw their original charge, and now they're going to charge her with felony murder. Felony murder, even though her husband was the one that was killed. So it gets real heated up in there, and the judge was like, listen, we're going to take a break. We're going to reconvene tomorrow. I'll listen to everybody, I promise. Okay? And, of course, Brandy is pissed. Okay, calls Michaela a dumb bitch, even though when they were in court and Michaela asked the girl what did she want her to do, old girl said let it ride. Okay, but Michaela, you are the lawyer, so you should know better. Oh, well, what can you do? Okay, well, we're gonna try to get back at the prosecution now for vindictive prosecution. Even though the girl wants to beat Michaela's ass, Annalise tells her that she needs to trust her. This is the only person that's going to keep you out of jail right now. Now, when she walks out of that meeting with Brandy and Michaela, who's waiting outside but Gigi Mama? Gigi Mama's all sarcastic. Oh, look what the Ivy League will get you. And Annalise was like, yeah, did your son tell you that I got him off on a terroristic charge? Okay. Oh, he didn't tell you that. Oh, yeah, he's got quite the rap sheet. Gigi Mama says, listen, girl, I want him to go home just like you do. Okay, but I need your help. He's all I got. And you understand, I mean, you lost a baby. Annalise looked at her like, bitch, I know the fuck's not Sam told you about my dead baby. Okay? But he did. So Annalise is so frustrated. She got to go home for a minute just so she can get that poker to that pillow and beat the ass. Okay, put her back into it. Okay? It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I love the baby too. Why did you go back to her? Why? You know, she's going on and on. I felt so bad for Annalise, but I was like, thank God for the poker and the pillow. Now, Connor's down there with Hector, and he calls Steen to let her know that Marisol is not coming there to sign the paperwork. So what does he do now? Steen tells him, well, you know what? You're going to have to go up there and get her to sign the paperwork instead. Of course, Connor feels really bad because when Hector realizes that his mama not coming, okay, he throws the phone, and it just breaks poor little Connor's heart. Back at the law office, Michaela's talking to the team about the case, and we just trying to figure out how we're going to handle this vindictive prosecution and this felony murder charge that they're trying to pull up. Steen overhears them, and she was like, felony murder? What the fuck do you mean? Where's Annalise? And Michaela says, I'm going to handle it. She says, no, it is Annalise's job to handle this. Okay, you are a fucking student. Where is she and where the fuck is Connor? I talked to him a while ago. He should be back here by now. Okay, find them, please. I said, girl, you running a damn zoo out there, ain't you? So Asher calls Connor, and he was like, hey, Steen looking for you. How, you know, where you at? And he says, well, I'm out here in Maryland. I brought Hector out here so he could see his mom. And Asher was like, fool, that is kidnapping. You can't just steal kids and take them across the line. He said, oh, his social worker is gonna cover for him. Since when is Connor so warm-hearted? Okay, he's really done taken on the old bleeding heart, hasn't he? So anyway, he gets Marisol to sign the paper, sign here, 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 and here. Okay, and it's all good. Okay, we're gonna work on this asylum, and then ICE pulls up. I said, oh, the plot thickens, right? Back at the firm, Annalise goes in. Now, she's calmed down by now. She's there, and Steen is heated. She says, first of all, Michaela done fucked up that case that you guys working on, okay? And Annalise was like, oh, that's not my fault. The prosecution is vindictive. How's that my fault? She said, okay, well, let's talk about Connor. He done told Marisol and Hector that he gonna get them asylum. I said, well, girl, you the one told him. I mean, the boy couldn't talk English, or you the one told him all of that, but I guess that's semantics. And then on top of that, we got your fucking Bonnie around here asking me for a damn job. I'd be so happy if you would get your folks in order, okay? And Annalise was like, if you're looking for somebody to punch on, you know, go to the gym. She got shit to do. And she was like, excuse me, don't you leave out of here until I tell you to, okay? A damn black lesbian lawyer in a firm full of white men, and I'm a partner. I would expect them to be the ones that shooting me down, and instead of it, it's you. Like, you were really taking advantage of this. And Annalise says, I'm sorry, I feel so safe with you, okay, that she just feels like she can do these things. But you know what? From now on, she's going to kick ass, and she's going to let Steen take all the credit for it. She says, I do deserve all the credit. I said, well, these days you do, Miss Steen. Annalise goes back to her office, and Michaela comes to tell her that she's found like some cases on, you know, prosecution, vindictiveness, and all of that. She's going to use this, she's going to use that. And then Gorgeous Gabe comes in there and tells her that, no, we need to put Brandy on the stand. Michaela doesn't want to do that, says Brandy can't handle it, but Annalise agrees. We do need to put her on the stand. And you know what, Gorgeous Gabe, since you got all the ideas, you can question her too. All right. And if you lose this case, then you go back home with your damn mama, okay? And Gorgeous Gabe says deal. Now, Oliver is at the house with Fine-Ass Frank, of all people. And Fine-Ass Frank gets Oliver to pinky swear that he's not going to tell Connor that he found this key that was a safety deposit box. It belonged to Laurel and her eyebrows. And guess what? He has found Laurel and her eyebrows. Okay, even shows him a picture of Laurel and her eyebrows getting into a cab. And he's like, that is her. Okay. So, yeah, now we got to get to this cab driver, taxi driver, and see where they took her. So that's where Oliver comes in. So, you know, they get on their computer, you know, Oliver finds out about the cab company. And, you know, he says, okay, so that's what we got here now. Before I give you this information, can you please tell me why I can't tell my husband about this? And Fine-Ass Frank says that he's embarrassed, okay? Get this. He don't want to have to hear, I told you so, about that damn Laurel and her eyebrows. I said, oh, you don't want to hear it from Bonnie, huh? Oh, okay. Because Bonnie knew from the start that Laurel and her eyebrows was full of shit. Oliver was like, I never understood that. You know, you were there with Bonnie all this time, and, you know, you guys seem to have some sort of connection. I always felt like maybe something had happened and we didn't know anything about it. You know, is that true? Oh, yeah, Fine-Ass Frank really don't want to talk about that. Just give me the damn address. So he gives him the address of the cab company, and Fine-Ass Frank goes there, and he's going to try to, I guess, scare this big-ass man into telling him where he dropped off Laurel and her eyebrows. But big-ass man is not taking none of Fine-Ass Frank's shit, okay? Even when Fine-Ass Frank tries to give him some money, he was like, back in the day, I'd have took that money from you, but I'm a changed man. Changed man. So keep your little monies. So after that, he goes home to Bonnie, who's eating and having a glass of wine. And, you know, she's just like, where you been? He said, oh, you know, I was out running some errands. And then she says, oh, because I, got some dinner, just was wondering if you were hungry. And then he says, you know, Sam really messed things up with us, didn't he? And she was like, what do you mean? He says, with us. And she was just like, don't do it, nigga. Okay, just because you missing your girl don't mean that you can just come back to me. Listen, I don't know what you think that I am, but I'm what I'm not is your damn sidekick rolling the hay. We ain't doing this today, boy. Okay, go on and here's your food. Okay, you can clean up. Okay, I was like, thank you, Bonnie. What the fuck does Finance Frank think this is? So when she's going up to her room, there's a knock at the door. It's Oliver. Well, Oliver had gotten a call from Connor and he was frantic. He says, ICE came and picked up Marisol and the little boy and took him to a detention center there in Maryland. Okay, don't tell Annalise, don't tell Steen, okay, because they gonna kill him. But what we supposed to do, you know, because Connor's like, you know, is everything gonna be okay? I said, you asking Oliver that? Since when did Oliver become, you know, the steady one in the relationship? Anyway, Oliver is over there telling Miss Winterbottom, okay, he needs her help. Now, back at the court, I'm not sure if this is the next day. You know, sometimes you see shit, it look like it's nighttime outside, and then other times it look like it's daytime. I'm not quite sure when this was. But I believe it's the next day. They're back in court, and we've put Brandy on the stand, and Gorgeous Gabe is doing a fine job of asking her questions, getting her emotions to come out, you know, appealing to everybody in the room. You could tell he did a great job. When he's done, his mom follows him outside, and she was just like, you know what, that's what I'm talking about right there. He says, see, that's why I want to stay here so I can learn these things from Annalise. And she was like, no, baby, that was all you. And he says, how would you know that? You usually hide when I'm doing these kind of things. You wouldn't know one thing from the other. And she says, okay, that's true. But I'm telling you, baby, when I sit there and I watch you, you know, you remind me so much of your daddy. He was like, oh, Lord, not daddy. She said, yes, I'm telling you, you are great. But you can be great anywhere. So you need to come on back with me to Chicago. And you know what? Gorgeous Gabe ain't got time for this conversation. He got to go. Back in the courthouse the prosecutor is damn near badgering Brandy. So much to the point where, you know, all the questions that she's asking is getting her more and more upset. And Brandy said that she was going to cut her head off and then called her a skank. I was like, well, if we just got all the emotions out of Brandy a few minutes ago, this little part probably didn't make her look all that good. Again, the judge, you know, the judge was real cool. She was like, okay, I see that we need to take another break. So on our break, you know, Annalise and Gorgeous Gabe and Michaela go back to the firm. And right when they get there, Steen, she come around that corner. She hot. She was like, kind of fucked up the case. He got the damn Marisol and the baby picked up by ICE out there in Maryland. I'm on my way to go do that. You know, Annalise was like, I'm coming with you. She was like, no, don't you got to fix this fucking murder charge here? Okay, no, stay here and do that job. I'm going to handle Connor. I said, girl, go handle him. Okay, so she drives up to Maryland and she is in the office and, you know, Connor sees her. What are you doing here? And she is like, I'm here to save your ass. Oh, that's okay, because he got Bonnie there. And Bonnie over there fucking up as usual. I said, Lord, why they got Bonnie there? Bonnie trying to say that, you know, she's there and she's got a plan. All right, Steen looking at her like a plan, and you don't even work for the DA's office anymore. Like, what are you trying to do here? Don't worry, Miss Cold Ass got a plan. So we get back there with the director, and she done told him this, that, and the other. You know, she got to get her clients out. And the director was like, okay, I'm going to go in and let them out. Since you gave me all your paperwork and everything, look real good and official here. I'm going to just need your ID. She tried to show him her driver's license. It was like old bumbling idiot. And, you know, Steve is sitting there looking at it. He said, no, that would be your DA office ID badge. We said, oh, I must have left it. He was like, listen, I have seen plenty shakedowns, but I know you're not in here with this scam and shit. And he about to fuss at Bonnie. Okay, that's a strike 2 on Bonnie's record. And finally, Steen has to just look. She calls somebody and she's like, yeah, I need you to tell old director Adrian so-and-so to let my clients go. And he was like, oh, who is that? And she says, oh, that would be Cora. That would be Cora. And she works for the Secretary of Intelligence, or, you know, Homeland Security or something. Real big wig, like, you know. So then he gets on the phone like, oh, let me straighten up here. All right. And long story short, Cora gets Marisol and Hector out. And also they're going to start the proceedings for the asylum. Okay. So all's well that ends well. And even though that Bonnie fucked up, you know, old Steen got a soft spot in her heart for Bonnie, okay? Yeah, she is a fuck up. But, you know, we'll try this little 3-month probationary type deal at the firm and see how you do. I said, girl, you can just be hiring people like that. You ain't got to consult the other partners. Oh, okay. So that's one down. Back at the office, though, Michaela and Annalise are talking. And Michaela's still trying to figure out how she can, get this case back on her side. And Annalise was like, it's clear what we need to do. And Michaela was like, well, what do we need to do? And she just says, Sam. Sam was a felony murder just like Brandy. And who pushed him over the railing? And Michaela is listening to this. I couldn't follow what was going on here. So, but whatever it is, Michaela's listening. She's like, why do you keep protecting us? Okay. You guys, you could have turned us into the FBI a long time ago. You have information on us. Why do you keep doing this? And Annalise was like, girl, be quiet. All right. And it was 6 years later. Think about what you just said, Michaela. And then the light bulb goes off. And I was like, please tell me, because I'm confused. And Michaela says, oh, the DA's office is afraid of a wrongful death lawsuit, okay, on the police department. So that's why they was really pushing for this restitution and all of that. So now it's back to court with this new information. And we uncovered that the police department didn't want to, didn't want this wrongful death suit. So that's why they were doing what they were doing, because evidently Brandy could sue the city for millions of dollars. Michaela moves that they drop the charge, and the judge agrees, okay, either y'all drop the charge or we're going to really make shit hard for you. So they do. Okay, they come up with a new deal. We're going to give you either 2 years in jail, and then when you get out, you have a chance to sue the city, or you can get no jail time, just probationary time, and but you're not able to sue the city. And Brandy was like, that's fine. Okay, I'll take freedom for 100, Alex. Okay, because she was like, yeah, most people in my shoes don't get 2 chances. So I'm going to just take what I got right now and run. And even though Michaela doesn't want to do it, Annalise was like, that's what she said. Go tell them what it is so we can be done with this too. So when Annalise leaves out, there's Gigi Mama again. Okay, and she trying to attack Annalise. I said, I wish you would fucking go somewhere. She's like a gnat. And of course, Gorgeous pulls up, and he was just like, Mama, you are mad at me. Your problems are not with Annalise. You need to leave her alone, okay? And Annalise was like, thank you. Listen to your son. She walks away, and Gigi Mama was like, why do you keep protecting that woman? And he was like, listen, Mama, I'm telling you, I got problems. Come let me talk to y'all in the parking lot for a minute. Okay. We go out into the dark parking lot, and he confesses that he killed her boyfriend. Okay. And she's just like, no, like, why did you do that? And then he gets all upset. I'm sorry, Mom. It was an accident. I just wanted to be the man that you needed. I really honestly couldn't understand the emotions. Only because it seemed like this murder happened a while ago, right? It's not like he just did it. He was crying like he just realized that he killed the man, or that it just happened. But maybe he had just pushed it under so long, and this was finally him dealing with it. But I was just like, he is really acting like he just did it. But I guess the confession with his mom, I just was like, okay, you doing a whole lot for somebody that's been sleeping on this for some years now, right? But she was so upset because what mother wants to hear that their son just killed somebody? Okay. And then especially if it was for her, he was like, do you think I'm a bad person? That's when my heart broke. I said, no, Gorgeous Gabe, you're not bad. Just wanted to help your mama. And she was like, no, you're not, baby, but I got you now. And she was hugging him. He had all them tears and everything. I said, boy, you did that. Now, back at the firm, once Steen gets back, Annalise goes in there with Steen. She want to know about Cora. Okay, Cora. I'll stop saying that, y'all. And Steen tells her, yeah, that's her wife, she just hasn't filed the divorce papers yet, Boy, we just find out more and more about old Steen, huh? Annalise is intrigued, I believe. When she walks out of the office from there, she bumps into Bonnie. And she was just like, Bonnie, did you really get fired from the DA's office? She was like, yeah, I did. But don't get mad until I tell you this last part, so you can just be mad one big time. Okay. They found out about the about me making up that case on Gigi Mama. Annalise was like, great. Where are my fucking drugs at? Bonnie was like, listen, Annalise, I know you worried about it and everything, but I'm telling you, the feds, they are desperate, okay? Why would they have Gigi Mama spying on you if they had anything? They don't have anything. I promise you that. This is when it's the last 5 minutes or so of the show and everything speeds up. We see Gorgeous Gabe getting home at the same time, and she's left a note that says, you are a good person, but Annalise is not. And she's left that box that we saw her putting in the closet, okay? And inside of that box is a whole bunch of little tapes, usually when you're recording somebody, okay? And it says Annalise's name on there, and it's from tapes from back in 1994. But back to Gigi Mama. So she sits down with the FBI, and she's hot under the collar because these motherfuckers tried to frame her son for terrorism, okay? They sitting up here wanting information on Annalise, and she was just like, nothing doing. I don't trust y'all asses. They said, okay, well, if you're not going to give us no information, then, you know, we're not going to be able to keep your drug files, you know, from being sealed. And she was like, do whatever you got to do, honey. I might even get Annalise to represent me. I said, well, girl, that would be something. But they don't know that. But back to Gorgeous Gabe. Now, I guess he didn't listen to these tapes. He didn't call Michaela over to the house, and he tells her that he got these tapes of Annalise talking. And she was like, that is such a breach of confidentiality. And he says, but you know what, it's a tape on here, one specifically that concerns you. And she was like, me? And she says, yeah. So then he lets her listen to this tape. And you guys, again, I was confused. I mean, I kind of got the gist of what was going on there. Annalise was talking to Sam about a lawyer who had gotten her client pregnant, who was actually married to somebody else. And that lawyer, this big time lawyer, was Michaela's father. Okay, so he was not a client of Annalise's. He actually was a lawyer. And Gorgeous Gabe even goes so far as to say that he doesn't even think that Michaela's father is dead. I said, oh, well, the plot thickens, right? But enough of that. Let's jump over to Fine Ass Frank, okay? He goes back to the cab driver, and actually the cab driver this time, you know, goes on and gives him the information for a big ass wad of money, okay? The people told him they was gonna kill him if, you know, he told, you know, where Laurel and Eyebrows were, but you know what? He need this money, so yeah, this is where he was, you know. Fine Ass Frank was like, this better be right. Or what you gonna do, Fine Ass Frank? I ain't even scared of his ass no more. He just so soft and willowy. So he goes to the location, and it's like a warehouse, and you know, it's dark and it's dank, and I was looking at it, and immediately once I saw that baby crib there, I was like, oh God, don't tell me that Laurel and her Eyebrows is not a villain. We're not going to be able to be mad at this. I mean, we always going to be mad at this bitch. But you guys now about to tell us that she really was kidnapped and she's being held against her will, because nobody would choose to be in this place. Okay? So I was just like, oh, if that bitch come back as a savior or something, I know something, you guys. I'm going to be so disgusted. I just don't feel like being all Laurel and her Eyebrows saving the day shit, you know? So I was just like, And then weren't you disgusted when them guys came out the back room and was like, hey, Fine Ass Frank. But before they said that, you know, when he heard the noise, he turned around and he said, Laurel and Eyebrows. I said, nigga, what you so hopeful for still? Oh, he just, I'm telling you guys, that's it. Now we got to just rely on Real Nice Nate, you guys. And even Real Nice Nate is looking a little haggard these days, okay? He's there at the FBI office, and he's talking to them too. You know, he's still trying to get them to concentrate on Steen. And they was like, no, we need some shit on Annalise. All right. And they even have some information on his father's case. And, you know, Ron might not even have been involved. But we can't tell you shit until you give us some shit on Annalise. Them people really got a hard on for her, don't they? Okay. And I said, Real Nice Nate, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. That girl has been there for you plenty times. I don't think he will, you guys. And then Back to the Future. All right, we see Michaela. She's in the dark being questioned. And then we got somebody else, Connor. Okay, he's also got his graduation robe on. Okay, looking like a cat being pulled through the keyhole. Okay, real raggedy looking, stressed out and whatnot. And they tell him that, yeah, Michaela's next door, and you know, we offered her a plea deal. You know, you want proof? And he was like, what, proof that she signed this plea deal? Yeah, let me talk to her. He said, no. Okay, and they slide him a photo. This is what they talking about, and it's a picture. You can't really see who's on the picture, but it's obviously somebody bleeding out on the floor. Okay, and Connor looks at that, and he just starts laughing. hysterically, uncontrollably. Okay, he's laughing so much, and then he kind of just starts to get real frantic laugh, and then all of a sudden the motherfucker have a heart attack or a panic attack. He fell out on the floor. I said, somebody get Connor off the floor, please. Oh, you guys, it drove that poke kind of crazy. All right, you guys, that is it. It is almost 6:30. I need to get off of here and get home and get my weekend started. I'm gonna try to get this edited tonight and up for you guys. I'm going home and having a really big goblet, like a full to the brim goblet of wine. It has just been one of those days, you guys. Anyway, let me get off of here. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.